Welcome to Extol Live, presented by Cutter Woodworking and New Washington State Bank. I'm Angie Fenton. Now, whether you're watching this live right now, or maybe you're going to watch this a little bit later when it downloads and posts on YouTube and Facebook, leave us a comment. We'd love to know, which guests would you like to see? Who do you want to see? What nonprofits do you want to have share their upcoming events? We'd love to hear from you. But for now, today, we have food, we have fun. We also have some guests who are in the studio. That includes Brian Bell of the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana. He's here with us today, along with Carol Phillips from Cutter Woodworking. Carol's going to talk a bit about Cutter Woodworking, the culture, all kinds of things, the history, but also there are some amazing jobs that are available at Cutter Woodworking. And again, Extol Live is presented by Cutter Woodworking and New Washington State Bank. We appreciate them. We're live here 11 o'clock every single Friday, but this morning we're going to start things out by dishing in the kitchen with Addie Miners and Colin Wood. Now, guys, there's a lot of stuff that's going on this weekend. I don't know about you, but I think the summer seems to be rolling by so quickly. Addie, you've got a great weekend in store.
I do. I've got a couple of my girlfriends from college are coming in town that I haven't seen in a little while, so I'm excited to see them. And we've got a bit of a special guest coming down to the lake house to sing for us, so we're excited.
Okay, before Addie announces the special guest, I'm gonna just take a little wild guess that a lot of the people who are part of the Extol community know this person. Addie and I were talking on the phone yesterday, just kind of going over things for the next week or so, and she was telling me about her weekend and just had somebody who's just going to come and sing a little bit. Who is that person who's actually coming to your lake house?
It's JD Shelburne. He's a good family friend. And so my family recently, with another family, got a lake house. And so we've just been renovating it and doing a bunch of work on it. And JD was in town back in like December, and, him and my dad and another friend were talking, and, he was like, I'd love to come down and play, sometime we could have, make it a thing. And so here we are. It's going to be a good time. So we're excited. We love JD. He's a great guy and up and coming star. So I'm excited to see where he goes.
I mean, been featured on CMT. His album just came out. And when you say, he's going to just come and play, I mean, how many people are you expecting?
So my dad is a little bit of a social butterfly, and he has invited everyone that he comes across. So we're thinking probably around 100, 150.
Just a little small gathering at the lake over the weekend. If you didn't know, Addie is part of the, I'm not going to say infamous, I think famous Miners family, which she's now been working with the Extol team. I had no idea that we had miners on this side of the river. We're downtown New Albany here in good old Southern Indiana. But you also have that, Uncle Terry, otherwise known as Terry Miners. I never just call him Terry. It's always Terry Miners. Mm-hmm. Is Uncle Terry coming down to see JD Shelburne?
Uncle Terry is coming down, I think, and a couple of my dad's brothers and sisters. I could just have the Miners family come, and it would be 100
people at least, so, right?
We've got a huge family. So, yeah, I think they're going to come down and enjoy as well.
Okay, I don't know if you've known this or not, but if you've joined us for Extol Live, then you'll know that Colin is not exactly adept when it comes to country necessarily. He got schooled a little bit over the last couple of weeks by one of my favorites, Billy Ray Cyrus, but we're going to leave you for that. But Colin, what do you have planned for the weekend?
So I don't have a famous musician coming to visit me and play.
Me neither.
But I mean, I'm kind of a last second planner when it comes to me. But as of now, I actually have my graduation party going on finally, because we had to push it back a little bit just because of scheduling. But as of right now, that's really all that I've got going on.
Okay, so here's another sandbagger. So we asked Colin earlier this morning, Colin, what are your plans just to kind of prep for today? And he said, I'm not really doing anything. And then about 10 minutes later, maybe he said, I am having my graduation party. Well, we celebrated his graduation here. Congrats again, though. You worked really hard. I know you have some family members that are really proud of you, and we're proud of you. And then you will start, because Addie graduated from college, but you will start coming soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll start going in. I'm looking to maybe go into broadcasting or just film. So my original plan is I'm going to go to IUS my first year and then just finish out in Bloomington. So
Well, we're lucky enough to have Colin with us, but we're also lucky that he does keep us, I'm not going to say this right, dripping?
Oh no.
I just said that
All right.
wrong. Okay, explain this word that you threw out at us this morning.
Okay, well, I wasn't really using it in my sentence like seriously. I was more making fun of it.
Use it in a sentence first and foremost.
Okay, well,
I've never heard
first, the definition of drip is, as the kids like to say nowadays, it's another term for swag. So I came in and I used it on Jason, and I guess I did use it on you, and you guys looked a little puzzled.
So how did you use it though?
Well, I had to come into the office and I had to make sure that I was dripping and I was wearing the right attire to be live on
See,
TV.
I work really hard to not be dripping when I'm actually in front of a camera. But when I say dripping, I'm talking about sweating and all those things. But you mean dripping like awesome.
It's
back when I was your age, it was like awesome.
It's like the rad or whatever you want to call it nowadays.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I guarantee you go to, I guess, either your grandchildren or if you have kids of yourself and you're just like, yo, check it out, I'm dripping. They're going to be like, don't ever say that again. They'll know what it means, though. I promise you they'll know what it means.
Okay, speaking of dripping, can we go ahead and have you come out here?
Yeah, so I wore one of my favorite pair of shoes just because of sentimental value. They're off-white, and I know what most viewers are probably thinking. They're like, wow, those are horrendous. Why am I looking at those?
Hang on a second. We're going to take a look. I normally would not touch Colin. We have like boundaries, but what is this? I mean, this looks like you walked out the door and forgot to pay.
It's like, I guess it's more of Off-White's signature marking because it's on all of their shoes. And
this?
Yeah.
I have zip ties by the dozens in my garage.
I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could put a zip tie on any pair of shoes, but it's just kind of their trademark. I guess you could say their designer shoes are obviously Nike. Yeah, I just got these a couple of years ago, and
they're dripping.
They are so dripping, Angie.
All right.
I can't even explain to you.
I'm gonna give that a try. Maybe next week we'll see if I can fit a zip tie on something I'm wearing. But I'm going to borrow actually Colin's microphone just for a second here. One of the things that we want to make sure that we do is introduce you to the Extol team. We've got a lot of things that are going on, and over the coming weeks, again, we're live every Friday at 11, and then you can watch it on YouTube and Facebook. But I'm going to step around here away from this camera, and so I'll be able to be seen on the other camera. I want to introduce you to one of our favorite newest members of the Extol team. He just laughed at that. We call him Fred Lee. Fred Lee Reynolds. You may recognize him if you are a U of L fan. Fred, you were at the University of Louisville Athletics for how long? How many? A quarter of a century?
Say a quarter of a century. The way you say it is kind of like, wow, ancient.
I mean, but you and I both, though, we can say we've done things for a quarter of a century as opposed to Colin and Addie. But we're so appreciative to have you as part of the team. What's your area of expertise for people who don't know? Because you're always behind the camera.
When I went to college, I majored in audio engineering. And then after I did that for about 3 semesters, I wound up taking television, advertising, communication law. So I wound up with a degree in mass communications afterwards. So I graduated from New York Institute of Technology. And after I finished, I came back to Louisville and have been here ever since.
Well, and now he is discovering Southern Indiana with us, and we feel really fortunate. And it's been really neat, Fred. I just have to tell you this on camera. We've actually had members of the community who have either seen you shooting things for us or for our clients who have actually said, you all got a great one with Fred. So
yeah, that's all right. That's good.
And you and I can say we've done things for a quarter of a century, so I feel good there.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of thank you, we also want to thank our sponsors. Again, New Washington State Bank and Cutter Woodworking, both of whom have started and have sponsored since we started Extol Live. But right now we have a message from Jerry Cutter of Cutter Woodworking.
Hello, my name's Jerry Cutter, president of Cutter Woodworking. Just want to share with you where Cutter Woodworking is at today and why it is we think it might be helpful for you to consider Cutter Woodworking as a place and being part of our team. We're excited to be the second generation. Parents started a company in 1959 in the basement of the house here on the property that we're currently sitting. We have approximately 330 team members. Many have been with us for decades. Many are neighbors, and we are very excited and proud of that. We feel like this could be a place for those of you that's never considered looking outside of New Albany, Clarksville, Louisville. We would love for you to consider Cutter Woodworking as a place of work, and not only to have a job or to get a paycheck, but to be part of our team. We're very excited, we're very proud of what we have here at Cutter Woodworking, and would love to share that with you and see the opportunities and where it is that not only the company is going, but where you can go as well. We would certainly appreciate the opportunity to have you come and visit and take a day and just understand what opportunities lie possibly in your future.
Before we start talking about Cutter Woodworking, the culture, job opportunities there, this is Carol Phillips. And Carol, on behalf of the entire Extol team, we want to extend to you and the entire Cutter Woodworking family just a heartfelt thank you. You, as a team, didn't even blink when we presented this sponsorship idea and what we're trying to do here at Extol. You sponsored our very first event, the Unity event, which was a raucous, amazing affair. And in fact, we're going to hear from Lincoln Bridge, a little flashback coming up a little bit later. But we appreciate you and also what Cutter Woodworking does in this community beyond what you do as a company. So thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having us on this morning. We appreciate it.
And seeing Jerry Cutter, I mean, I just started smiling, even though, no one can see behind the screen. I mean, he's just that kind of person who just makes you smile. We have taken the time. I mean, we just introduced Fred Lee Reynolds, Jason Applegate's behind the camera. A number of people from our team have gotten the privilege of coming up to Cutter Woodworking and talking with people who would be considered administration to employees, one of whom will share in just a few minutes. But those who work at Cutter Woodworking love Cutter Woodworking.
Yeah.
And you're one of those.
Well, I am. I'm getting ready to celebrate 32 years with the company. And I think one of the things that keeps people around is the culture. You know, it's a family-owned business. We are a mid-sized business, but it still has that small family-owned feel to it. The owners, the managers were all present and available. You'll see Jerry Cutter walking around the plant, intermingling with the employees. And it's just a great family feel that we have there. And I think that's what keeps people sticking around.
When you hear someone say, I've been at a job for you, when will it be 32 years?
I think August 16th.
When you hear someone say that, I mean, you must truly love where you work.
Yeah, I do. And it's not just me. I mean, we have over half of the team members at Cutter Woodworking have been there for over 5 years, and 25% have been there for more than 20. So people come, they enjoy the culture, they enjoy working with the people that they work with day in and day out, and they stick around. There's great opportunities for growth, and they want to stay.
Well, as you said, people who work there, they talk about how much they love it. And in fact, we have one employee who wanted to share why he loves Cutter Woodworking too.
Here at Cutter Woodworking, I'm a CNC programmer and operator. So my previous job, I had a pretty long drive, about an hour and a half drive from home, and I just wasn't happy there. So I decided I would come to Cutter's. It was closer to home. I heard some good things about it, so I decided to come in, put an application in, and now I am super happy that I did, and I'm thankful that I did. I enjoy my time here. It's a great place to work. Here we have great benefits. It's family-owned business. They're always out and about. There's tons of job opportunities out there. There's plenty of opportunities to be able to move up. If you prefer a different job, or maybe you like something better, there's always some openings here and there. that could better yourself, better your future here, and also better the company. Anybody out there that's searching or thinking about putting in a job application, or even just coming in and checking out the place, I highly recommend it. I don't think you would ever be disappointed. I think you would actually be pretty happy with the decision, a year down the road or 5 years down the road. I don't think you would ever look back. I know I sure haven't.
Cody loves Cutter Woodworking. There are people who are venturing back into the workplace. Obviously, this has been, we're supposed to throw away the word unprecedented, but I don't know what other word we're supposed to put there. But it has been just a wild time for all of us, and people are venturing back into the workplace. What would you say, Carol, to someone if they were interested in applying? Why? In addition to all the wonderful things that you've already said, but
Right.
why Cutter Woodworking?
Well, I feel like we have we offer a fair wage.
Mm-hmm.
We have great benefits between profit sharing and a 401k program, on the job training. Every new team member that comes in gets to go through a new team member orientation. They learn on the job for their particular position. And then we are just getting ready to launch a new computer-based learning management program that gives all the team members an opportunity to learn more about other aspects of the company outside the area that they work in, so that they do see what other opportunities are there for them to stay with the company and grow and exceed.
That's, if you're reading anything about the labor force right now, that is one of the biggest complaints. The burnout or the lack of opportunity within a job
Right.
is what, so people are looking for that right
Yeah.
now. Now, what are some of the different positions? Can you share some of that, and really who would be the best type of person, or is there such a thing for Cutter Woodworking?
Well, there's a variety of positions. Most of them that we have right now are entry level. I think I talked to Larry yesterday. We have 14 open positions. What we're looking for is somebody that is motivated, that has a strong work ethic, and is willing to learn. That just wants to come in and be a sponge and learn all that they can. And really, other than that, we'll teach you the rest.
And like you said, you've been there for 32 years, and you're not an anomaly. The longevity of employees at Cutter Woodworking is tremendous.
Right.
Okay, any final words before we give? I think it's Randy Cutter who we're going to hear from with a final message for us.
No, I just say, if you think that it's something that you're interested in, definitely you can apply through our website. You can give Larry Beckham a call, and he'll actually, if you just stop by and fill out an application, he's hands-on right there, and he'll interview you on the spot if he's available. So we just encourage everybody to come out and see what it's all about.
Absolutely, and you'll see in this message coming up in just a moment where you can apply as well. Carol, thank you so much for taking the time, and I know you get to take what I think is one of the most beautiful drives back to Cutter Woodworking.
That's a huge perk, honestly, because I don't have to fight traffic.
Right.
The worst thing that happens to me on a daily basis is I might get behind a slow tractor on the way to work.
Slow tractor,
Yeah.
deer crossing.
Deer crossing, yeah.
We can handle those things.
Right.
Thanks again. Now,
Thank you.
Here's Randy.
I'm Randy Cutter, CEO here at Cutter Woodworking. What I want to take and talk about mostly today is the culture, one of my key responsibilities of this company. Attitude, effort, and innovation are our core values of KW. Within this organization, we got a sense of pride here. We have average tenure here is 20 years. We've seen people start here, retire here. We've seen people, their kids start here and working here in the process. We really enjoy the family aspect of it. It really leaves a lot of pride in the organization. And with all that, if everybody enjoys their job, the day goes quicker, and we're building a company that people enjoy working for and coming to work for, and there's a lot of opportunity for growth no matter what kind of knowledge base or experience you have. We want you to do more than just being a job to you. We would really like for this, we use your ideas, we build off your ideas, the team members' ideas, to where the day goes faster. We're also building a company that's going to last.
So summer is in fact in full swing here in Southern Indiana, and a local Southern Indiana band, The Rumors, will be playing in town this weekend. Check out the details.
Hello, we are the Rumors. Well, at least the ones that don't have to work in the summer.
And we're going to be playing at the Gary E. Kevin Park on July 17th.
Jake and Jerry will be joining us. Bring a lot of water. Bring an umbrella. Bring anything that you can sit on, a chair, a blanket, whatever, but bring your shoes to dance, and we'll dance the night away in the park.
Art is something that brings people together. It brings joy in people's life. It brings people from all over different places and makes them connect, and it's amazing.
For me personally, art's a way of expressing anything that you can do with music, by drawing, by just getting out dancing, doing anything that you can possibly do just to express yourself.
I played with a professor, played with him and a few other guys, and we played these kind of dive bars. Two of the members got a job on the Star of Louisville. Sam, the former bass player, and I, we wanted to keep those gigs. And we had gotten Rob Marlin, John Shireman joined up, and we needed to change our name. We had I think a week, I don't know, and we just came up with that one. Band names are hard.
Who has the best sense of humor in the Rumors?
Me. I'm hilarious. No, I'm hilarious. They don't appreciate my jokes, but I'm hilarious.
Becca has some jokes that you, as soon as they are told, you don't have to know what her profession is, but you can tell small children are involved with the jokes that come out. It's a lot of...
They're cute.
It's a lot of butt quacks and knock knock jokes and stuff like that. But it's definitely me. Now that all the restrictions are done, do your part. If you want to, the cool thing about playing in a park is a park's a pretty darn big place, and if you're a little scared of it, you can sit out in the back and you can mark yourself off a little caution tape box if you want to and hang out, or if you want to come and dive right in and meet new people, it's going to be a perfect venue to do that.
We have Brian Bell from the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana joining us, and the Rumors are playing, Brian, tomorrow night. It's going to be an amazing time, and once again, the So Into Art concert series, it's free and family friendly.
Yep, our next concert is going to take place at Gary Cabin Park, and it's from 7 to 9. It's free and open to the public. This is our third of, I believe, 8 concerts that we'll be doing all through October.
It's a lot of fun. Now, if they don't know where Gary Cabin Park is, it's in Georgetown. It's on your Google Maps, your Apple Maps, and it's a beautiful park.
It is, and there's a festival going on, or a competition, like a golf discus throwing, that'll be happening on Saturday and Sunday. So, play during the day and then come out for the concert in the evening.
For sure. Now, and especially if people still want to social distance, like the Rumors mentioned, you can do that. It's outside. It's family friendly. Our daughters, they love live music and dancing. But what would you suggest that people bring, especially, we cannot seem to shake this rain? That's
right. So it is rain or shine. So we suggest that you bring your umbrella and your folding chairs or a blanket that you can lay down. It's about 3 or 4 acres of land, so wide open. So, come on out, bring your supplies, possibly an umbrella, because it is rain or shine.
Absolutely. And also, I feel like grabbing a picnic basket, but we'll also have a
food truck. Yeah, absolutely. King's Foods will be out there, and it's a variety, like a smorgasbord of a variety of different foods. I think quesadillas and barbecue and just you name it, they're going to have it there.
Okay, and you can go to sointoart.org/events to find out that schedule. I know Age Elvis is coming up relatively soon, and Jesse Rass from 106.9 is going to be joining us for a live remote from there. But you have all kinds of things going on at the Arts Alliance, including taking flight. Do I look kind of like a...
We've been a little busy.
Yeah.
The pandemic did not stop us, so we will be cutting the ribbon on our Monarch Educational Gardens. I think it's August the 12th. at 11 o'clock. So if you would like to join us, it's free. It's a family event. Essentially, it's the migration of the monarch butterfly, as well as native plants to Indiana. Anything that's educational, we're all about. So we're excited to cut the ribbon on our educational gardens. And then we have the gala that we actually get to co-host together coming up in October at the Caesars Ballroom.
I am your wing gal.
Now, I think
That's
I'm
it.
the wing person.
No
We're gonna
way.
let
I
you
am
lead
your
the-
wing gal. I am going to be behind Brian. But one of the things that I love about it is, I mean, it's the Arts Alliance, which means let's get artsy in what we're dressing as. But it's going to be an amazing gala.
Yeah, the gala's the theme is a night like no other. So essentially, however they want to comprehend like what that means to them, but essentially acrobatics, singing, dancing, live auction, I mean, seated dinner. I mean, it's just going to be a who's who of Southern Indiana to celebrate arts and culture in Southern Indiana.
And sointoart.org, you can go there and you can find out under /events, but you can find out more information about the gala. Can we give a shout out to your husband? Because I say gala.
Gala. Yeah, we were going back and forth, gala or gala.
What does Mr. Presley say we should?
He says gala,
Gala,
because, and I was like, but when we did it yesterday, it said it was the British version.
And maybe your
or
husband
English
is part
version.
British?
Well, I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know.
he
Well,
thinks
Matt,
he
this
is.
is for you. We want to see you at the gala that we will be co-emceeing together.
That's right.
And you're also, though, you serve Southern Indiana. You may be based here in New Albany, but
We
you
do,
all are
yeah.
all over Southern
So we
Indiana.
service Clark, Floyd, and Harrison County. So there's about 235,000 people that we service. We have little 3 libraries all throughout the community. I think we have about 42 of them right now, another 20 on the way. If you want information about that, please go to our website at sointoart.org/little free libraries. So anything that we can do to make awareness about arts and culture in Southern Indiana, we try to do it as much as we can.
And then again, tomorrow night, 7 to 9 p.m., come and see the Rumors.
Absolutely. It's going to be a great time. We hope to see you there.
All right. Thanks so much for taking the time, Brian. And also thanks to our sponsors, and that includes New Washington State Bank.
Easy enough. Oh, I'm still staying. Sorry.
We're going to toss it actually over to Addie right now, who we sent out and about.
That's right. Speaking of art in Southern Indiana, I decided to head over to Jeffersonville for my first ever Explore with Addie, where I went and checked out the NoCo Arts District. Let's see what I found.
Hi, my name is Emily Dippy, and I'm the Public Art Administrator for the City of Jeffersonville. So we are standing in the NoCo Art Center. The NoCo Art Center is a converted auto body shop into studio space. So we have 8 in-residence studio artists who are here, and they have studios full-time. They can come and go as they please, and they are making things every day in this space. We have a nice wide variety of mediums, photographers, authors, fabric, sculptors of all kinds. We also have one guest teaching artist who comes and teaches middle school painting classes for us every month. This space also serves as an event space, so a lot of our NoCo Arts and Cultural District programming kind of centers around the Art Center. It's our nice, flexible space in order to create good experiences for the community. So in the district, it is a growing, thriving space. We have Picasso Point. Picasso Point is a family artistic play space. So when you come over to Picasso Point, you can run through our maze or play Twister, and it's all painted on the ground for you. So when you show up, it's already here. This was designed and created by local artists and painted in by volunteers. We also have the Maker 13 Makerspace. Maker 13 is a local community organization that gives people the chance to have access to equipment in order to enable artistic practice. We also have our art park that stands next to our NoCo Art Center. This is our iconic water tank, is where that's located. That area hosts our story trail. The story trail is an accessible walking path that as you walk along the path, we have panels that were written and created by a local student author. Her name was Ava Gleitz, and she wrote a story, and we have turned it into an experience. If you keep following that path, you wind up at our No-Co Paint Box Garden. This is a brand new installation that when you walk upon it, we've planted flowers that form the color wheel. So you get a very cool and special experience. Last but not least, we do have one more space, the depot. The depot is not yet open, but once it is open, it will be an artistic event space. So it'll be a space where food trucks can come park and artists can come vend on a regular basis. The No-Co Arts and Cultural District forms around Michigan Avenue in Jeffersonville, Indiana. If you're trying to find us, the best way to type into Google is 628 Michigan Avenue. That'll bring you to the Arts Center, and we're all of the spaces I described are within walking distance of the center.
That right there was shot, produced, and edited by our own Addie Miners for her Explore with Addie series. If you want Addie to come explore wherever it is in Southern Indiana, you can leave us a comment on Facebook, shoot something to our inbox, or email extol@extolmag.com. We thank you for joining us for Extol Live. Now, you know, Fridays are all about fun, but we can flash back a little bit as well. We wanted to flash back to a recent Friday where we had Lincoln Bridge in studio, so rise up with us. Once again, thank you for joining us for Unity Works, an Extol Media production presented by Cutter Woodworking. Thanks to Kentuckiana Mortgage Group, to the Elder Company, thank you to Duke Energy, the Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana, Work One, and also to the Barber Academy and Marshall Pence for sponsoring this. Extol will be live on our YouTube and our Facebook page at 11 o'clock every single Friday, starting today with this kickoff. And if you missed it, the great thing about it is not only will we be sharing those both on YouTube and on our Facebook page, but we'll be sharing the segments throughout the week. I think this is the fitting way to end a production about unity with Lincoln Bridge. Grab your hankies, take it away. Let's rise up.
Broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. Can't find that fighter. I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains. Move mountains. All right, like the day. All right, silence is quiet. Feels like it's getting hard to breathe. Know you feel like dying, but I promise you we'll take the world to its feet. Ooh, mountain. Ooh, mountain. All right. I'll rise up. I like the way. I'll rise up. I'll rise up. All we need is love. Need is love. Oh, we will rise. We will rise. We will rise. We'll rise up. We'll rise like the day. We'll rise up. We'll rise unafraid. We'll rise up. And we'll do it 1,000 times again.
Oh, gets us every single time. That was Lincoln Bridge. They were in studio with us live a few weeks ago. We want to say thank you to them. Keep an eye on them. They've got some big things coming, but also say thank you to our sponsors, Cutter Woodworking and New Washington State Bank. Carol Phillips from Cutter Woodworking, thanks for taking the time, and Brian Bell from Arts Alliance of Southern Indiana. One of the things that I forgot to do, though, earlier, Carol, if you'll excuse me, I made breakfast, which means that I stopped and picked up some incredible pastries here. This is from Levin Bakery, which is in New Albany. Look at those macarons. I mean, they're like pieces of art. We love that they're right down. Actually, it's kind of dangerous that they're right down the street from us. So you all can dig in, that's for sure. Happy weekend. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. And by the way, I wanted to just show you really quickly what I'm wearing here. This is an Apple Watch band. And if you joined us for Treat Yourself Tuesday, that's my little girl right there, that's Olive, Treat Yourself Tuesday, we had Lori Unruh from Cadella's, and this is one of the many, many, many pieces of jewelry that she and her staff create. Cadellas.com, and Treat Yourself Tuesday is 9 o'clock every other Tuesday. But right now, if you purchase anything from Cadellas.com, then Lori's going to donate 10% of proceeds to the Jeffersonville Animal Shelter, and that's through the end of July. Lori, we appreciate you. Love your jewelry. I ordered this after Treat Yourself Tuesday. I couldn't help myself. I think I have like 17 or 18 different pieces from the Cadellas line. But again, through July, donating 10% of all proceeds from Cadellas.com. And stay tuned. This Tuesday, we've got another treat. Again, that starts at 9 o'clock. But for now, I think we'll end maybe with some sweet treats and some furry friends. Have a great weekend.